Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News on Mid-Missouri CW starts now.
Two shootings an hour apart rocked the Marshall community today. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Reek.
And I'm Michael Van Scoy. Thanks for joining us. The accused shooter, Terrell Palmer, is on the run. He is wanted for killing one person and injuring 3 others. Authorities have not released the names of the victims at this hour. KOMU 8's Claire Bradshaw joins us, and she spent the last day here on the story.
I'm live at the scene of the first shooting that happened here today in Marshall. Residents aren't used to this kind of crime, and we're driving past this all day. Police just left the scene, but they were investigating here, and it's still an ongoing investigation. Neighbors can't believe it happened so close to them.
This world's getting bananas. It's gone, it's rotting. It's full of this crap.
Right across the street, Missouri Valley College was put on lockdown twice.
A little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that to happen in a small town like this, right near a college. It's kind of shocking, to be honest.
The shooting also sent the public schools into soft lockdown, as well as other businesses in town. Residents were warned to stay in a safe and secure location.
Yeah, right here, right there. Marshall's not very exciting and stuff, but you know, when this kind of stuff happens, you know, like, ooh, everybody's wanting to know, which I'm one of them. Hope everybody makes it home. It's crazy.
Police have not updated us on their search for Terrell Palmer, and we do not know his whereabouts right now. We're still waiting for the victims' names to be released. Live in Marshall, Claire Bradshaw, KOMU 8 News.
A Columbia man faces multiple charges after allegedly firing shots in northeast Columbia neighborhood. It happened around 7 p.m. last night on Rice Road. Columbia police say 21-year-old Terrell Lawrence is charged with first-degree assault, possession of a firearm, and property damage. Police say Lawrence was in a car shooting at others in another car.
If you missed our special report this evening, we want to remind you you can watch it online. Community Under Fire, a search for solutions, takes a close look at the deadly violence that hit Columbia in September. An unprecedented 5 homicides in 1 month. You can find the full show online at KOMU.com.
When a crime happens, police often depend on witnesses to help solve it.
Police say a recent increase in the use of home surveillance cameras is giving them an additional silent witness that wasn't there before. That witness might have helped Columbia police arrest JVN Wallace Lawhorn in the recent shooting death of 18-year-old Nadria Wright. Court documents show officers were keeping tabs on Lawhorn through surveillance cameras near his house. Meanwhile, Ashland's police chief says his officers now make it a point to visit homes with cameras near crime scenes.
We would do a neighborhood canvass and see if anybody in proximity of, or maybe that would be along the route a person would travel, would have a camera, and we've been successful.
He says officer-worn body cameras have also been a game changer when it comes to collecting evidence.
Tonight, MU students are calling for change after recent headlines about diversity. Things like that viral MU athletics tweet, which some accused as being insensitive and racist. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain.
And I'm Michael Van Scoy. Thanks for joining us. Students met on campus tonight to discuss how the university can be more inclusive. One of the main topics that the athletic department's tweets from a few weeks ago. Now here's a look at the tweet the athletic department posted. It was an attempt to promote diversity amongst student athletes. It showed 2 pictures of African American athletic department members and 2 white athletes. The 2 white athletes' pictures had captions focused on their career aspirations. Meanwhile, the captions for the black athletes only talked about their race. The tweets were taken down the same night after public outcry. Mizzou Athletics later apologized in a second tweet posted shortly after the first was deleted. But tonight, MU students met to address the tweets and other diversity and inclusion issues on campus.
KOMU 8's Claire Bradshaw was there and is live with what they talked about. Claire?
I sat in on MU Student Government's town hall meeting tonight. It addressed recent controversial events just like the Mizzou Athletics tweet and the assault of an international student on campus. But the student government made it clear this meeting was not in response to those events. It had been planned since the summer. Students brought up frustrations with administration about how administration handles situations about diversity and inclusion on campus. Students agree the administration's responses are vague and want to hear more directly from the source instead of a general apology. At least 10 students said they feel nothing has changed on campus since the 2015 protests. I spoke with one student after about how she believes Mizzou needs to hear from more diverse voices.
We take the whole scope of voices in these new classes coming in, not just the straight white male voices, but the people of color and the queer people and the women, and we counter in their voices and how they would want to be treated. Then Mizzou wouldn't have these mishaps over and over and over again.
Students even said how the Mizzou student government could be more inclusive, and they want to see these conversations from tonight turned into policies. Live in Columbia, Claire Bradshaw, KOMU 8 News.
Several Hy-Vee stores were affected by a credit card data breach, and now the company has a way for customers to see if their store was affected. Some Hy-Vee fuel pumps, drive-through coffee shops, and restaurants were affected by the malware. It could put your card information in danger. In Columbia, 4 locations were affected: the Market Grill at 3100 West Broadway, the Market Grill at 25 Conley Road, and Pay at the Pump at 3210 West Broadway. Pay at the Pump at 25 Conley Road. And the breach affected the West Truman Pay at the Pump in Jefferson City and 2 more locations in Osage Beach. If you would like to see if your information is affected, head over to our website, KOMU.com. And there is a boil advisory in Columbia. It includes Southwest Way Route K, South Alton Park Road, and Westway. The advisory is due to low water pressure, a leak, and construction. There's a second advisory as well. It's for Bearfield Road and Rock Quarry Road. Once again, it's blamed on low water pressure and a leak. Both advisories will be in effect until 4 tomorrow afternoon.
Here's what's happening right now. A senior advisor to Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is resigning. P. Michael McKinley served as an ambassador to Afghanistan, Colombia, Brazil, and Peru. This comes as career diplomats have criticized the administration on how it handled the impeachment inquiry on Ukraine.
The push to make Halloween more inclusive is growing, and it's all over mid-Missouri.
You may have heard of the Blue Bucket to raise autism awareness, and there's also the Teal Pumpkin Project raising awareness on food allergies. KOMU 8's Austin Walker joins us now live in Columbia with what some trick-or-treaters found today, Austin.
Just a few hours ago, there were tons of trick-or-treaters going around with one goal in mind: to get candy in their bucket. But that candy could cause a couple problems for kiddos who have food allergies. I spoke with one homeowner today who put a teal pumpkin on their house to show inclusion, offering all types of terrific treats for all their trick-or-treaters, so everyone can have the Halloween fun. Halloween, a day full of people in costumes and lots of laughter.
Bye-bye, kids!
But most of all, candy. And Beverly Lukemeyer says she's always been into Halloween.
Halloween was such a big deal to me as a kid. I loved running with the other kids and being out in the neighborhood, and we'd get as much candy as we could.
And she'll be adding one more teal accessory to her home: a bucket.
One of the newsletters told me about the Teal Pumpkin Project for children with food allergies and diabetic children and children who can't have edible treats.
For kids with allergies, trick-or-treating could be tricky. You walk up to the door, ring the doorbell, and don't expect to have much choice when trick-or-treating until you see that blue sign.
And then when they come up to the door, it will specifically tell them that I have the following.
Lukemeyer has bowls and bowls of candy at the ready: one sugar-free, one completely allergen-free, and one full of little toys. And she says she's ready to make an impact.
That's like, if that one kid, that's worth everything I've done. If I serve one kid tonight that wouldn't get a treat otherwise, I'm cool.
If this is something that you would be interested in for next year, visit our website at KOMU.com to learn how and you can register your home. Live in Columbia, I'm Austin Walker, KOMU 8 News.
We now know the mother-in-law of missing Columbia woman Mung Chi G. Elledge filed for guardianship of her grandchild Monday. This comes after police arrested the child's father last Friday accused of abuse and neglect of a child. During their investigation of Meng Chi's disappearance, police found photos of bruises on the child's body from several months ago. Investigators say it looked like Joseph hit his daughter. We checked in with police today. They told us they're still searching for the missing woman and don't have any updates right now.
We have an update on the armed robbery at the Columbia break time on Paris Road. Police have released photos of the suspect. Investigators are looking for this man and want help identifying the suspect. The picture comes from the station's security footage of the robbery, which happened around 1:30 yesterday morning.
Well, some Chicago Bears got a special treat today for Halloween. Zookeepers at Brookfield Zoo gave the animals pumpkins filled with food like blueberries, fish, and biscuits, and there's no trick to this treat. Zoo workers say it gives the bears a physical and mental boost. Pumpkin's actually really good for you.
Yeah.
Where's your ears?
I didn't get the memo.
How come you didn't join in on this?
Chris,
what is
Chris
this?
and I are the
I think I'm a
only
unicorn.
classy professionals.
Some sort of unicorn.
Well, at least professional. I don't know about the classic.
We have to
I
have
wonder
a
what
little
those were.
fun.
My spot. They're yours.
Unicorn or bear or cat?
I think it's some sort of weird hybrid mix.
Are you having fun? Yeah.